see how my energy goes as well. But yeah, so I think we're not gonna like watch the whole direct. I watched it after the fact because the problem is with Nintendo Directs, is that they are always around 2 p.m. and I usually have to start getting direct around 3. When I usually do stream for that about that time, I literally when I stop, I literally just stop stream and start getting ready for what would be me, which includes also feeding the cats as well. So watching something that's an hour long, we wouldn't have much time to discuss it afterwards, so there was no point of doing it on the Friday. I really wish it would be a little earlier, and at least for my sake. Yeah. Because there was some like interesting announcements that I definitely want to go over in it. So we got the video. I'm just gonna skip between different things. Thankfully, there's timestamps. That's that. No, it's just giving music because we're not going to properly watch it. But obviously they showed the 40th thing. The most interesting things is the whole like well their timestamp. What's was that the start of it? I want to just stop at the logo part. But they're basically doing the Mario Galaxy. Come on. Oh, there we go. That is the... But I'll just leave it there. But basically, the next Mario movie is going to be the Mario Galaxy movie, which is interesting to jump all the way to that. Because it's I mean, most Mario games don't have that much of a story, but I feel like Galaxy has the most. It's going to be interesting to definitely see how they're going to adapt that, but because they haven't even shown Yoshi yet, so like it's going to be interesting to say the least. That's next year, right? Because the interesting thing with Mario Galaxy, that was actually the first like 3D Mario I ever played. And not that young. I'm quite old. I've said this before when it came to video games. I didn't really like start really getting into video games until like close to the end of the 2000s, slightly early 2010s. So I was only ever occasionally playing video games. I do remember playing a bit of Mario 64 not when it came out. We got like a N64 when the GameCube was still out. Because that's always the case. The older consoles end up being a lot cheaper usually when the newer ones come out. But then also, they also announced that they will be porting the Mario Galaxy with also these amiibos. These do look kind of sick. It's so funny, like the Tourist Alive thing like died out years ago, but the amiibo things are still going strong. I think it's because they've gotten such better in the quality of them that people will just get them not for the things they do in the games, but just for the fact of like they're such cool like little figures to have. But yeah, they're releasing both Mario Galaxy 1 and Mario Galaxy 2 in October. We won't be playing that. Like, it's one of those things. I'm glad it exists, so it's there for me to, like, if I ever do want to play them, I can just like, oh cool, they're available, not for a limited time. But one thing I realized before going live was that it's kind of funny that they did that the Mario All-Star thing that was limited for the 35th anniversary, wasn't it? And like almost by now you can just play them, because if you have like the extra part of the Nintendo Online thing, you've got Mario 64 already, and Mario Sunshine is coming to the GameCube Online thing as well, and then there's this. So it's like, what was the point? I guess to make money, I guess. But it is also interesting because it makes you realize, like, are they ever going to do Wii on the virtual console? Because this is like the third in the sense of game franchise, not number of games, that they've released that were originally Wii games on Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 in this case. Because we had No More Heroes 1 and 2. Then there was like, I think actually Zelda was before that. The Skyward Sword was before that. and now this, it makes me wonder if they ever will do Wii next. But that's cool. Like it's like I said, it's always tricky trying to play like older games, and have to like pull out an old system just to play them is always annoying. So having them just available for current systems is good. Then most of the other Mario stuff I didn't really care much for. Oh, they're talking. Yeah, the talking flower thing. They actually like made the flower thing. What's funny is I've already started to see memes of people changing the order of it, just saying different things. I think my favorite one still so far is one of the limes just saying I've been edging for 5 hours. it tickles me. As far as someone hasn't done I'm stroking my cock meme, you know, like it's like I got lotion on my. I haven't seen that yet, but that's been funny. Apparently, it won't shut up either, but that's neat. Oh yeah, now this is something that I was definitely. This is definitely one of the ones I was excited the most for. If we can just, is this Yoshi's game? Because another thing, the first 2D Mario game I played all the way through was Yoshi's Island on the GBA. It wasn't 2 years later I found out it was originally a Super Nintendo game, but this just gives that kind of vibes, and that's like, oh, I was like, oh yes, fucking please. Something that is very similar to like Yoshi's Island kind of vibe, which is Yoshi's Island and the Mysterious Book, which is out next year. So one of the cats just, well, there's only one cat, and the stupidest thing, when was it? Because I just want to make sure I don't miss over anything else that piqued my interest, at least. Oh yeah, there is. Well, I mean, there's the virtual. It's just like, it's such the most like bizarrest thing to do. Is this? Why is the answer? Like, why? Who? Like, I was way too young when this came. I think it was like, when did the Virtual Boy come out? I think it was like, oh god, now I'm gonna have to check that. I can't spell for shit. I'm pretty sure I was like, this is just quicker for my slow time. When was the Virtual Boy originally released? 1995. So I was like 4 years old when that came out. But what I do know about it is that it was terrible. Like, it was like very early 3D like virtual reality stuff. Apparently because of the idea of having everything being this red like perspective, it was like, it hurt people's eyes. Like, people could not play it for long. It was like basically critically panned. And I just don't know anyone was like, I want this. It's just like, it feels like what's happened is that they realize, hey, we've done most of all our old stuff. What's left? Like, let's do Virtual Boy. But like, who is nostalgia for this? Like, because this is actual peripheral they made, which puts these a dock in it. Like, because I think they, like here, like, it's, you put it's like an actual thing, and then they had like a cardboard version, I think it was. Like, it's just like it's part of the classics things. Like, who, like this, yeah, like, look, cardboard version. If you can't afford that version, I think this is like 100. I still going out as $100, so probably like 80 British pounds or something. It's just like, it's like, oh, everything they could put in the virtual console, like what if they did? I mean, like not the 3DS, because they could kind of, I guess, somehow do a 2-screen peripheral thing. That if it was like the DS, it's like, that would make sense. But Virtual Boy, What? I think so many people are just so confused on it though, but it's just like, but why? It generally just feels like they run out of like nostalgia stuff and they're like, well, let's do this. We'll probably make they will make money because there's going to be those collectors people who want this thing for this, but me personally, no, I don't want my eyes being hurt by this. What else was there? Because I'm going through just the stuff that caught my attention. I guess they finally had the, well, no, there was this for next, which I don't think I've ever mentioned this before, but I am actually a fan of the Fatal Frame games. My first introduction was the 5th one, made in the Black Water, I think it was called, on the Wii U, mine, which I didn't know was the 5th entry until after playing it. And I was like, oh, they'll eventually remake the old ones. I just have to wait. Fast forward like 6 years after that fact, I decided to actually just play them. Not legitimately, because unfortunately, the original first 3 are ridiculously expensive to get hold of. So this annoyed me because this is the second one they're remaking, not the first one. Now, granted, like Silent Hill 2, different protagonists, you don't need to have played the first one. But if the next one to remake was the third one, it wouldn't make any sense because the third one has callbacks to both the first and second one. So you need the first one. So why? It's one of my issues with like remakes. Is that there seems to be this habit of remaking just the best ones or the most popular ones, when the point of remaking is to hit games that weren't that great to play when they originally came out and updating their gameplay. And usually 9 times out of 10, it's the first entry that is like that. Why not recreate the? It's because they're such good horror games. They're like very underrated horror games. If you want something that generally is gonna make you shit yourself, it's definitely a great franchise. But it's just like, why not the first one and then the second one? But if this does do well, maybe they might. I get it, because game development is expensive and it makes sense to go with the most popular one. But I hope if this does do well, they do remake 1 and 3, I guess. The 4th one was never released, but now it has been. But that's the other thing that kind of annoys, because the 4th one, I get like, there's no English dub, so I haven't played that because I can't read and watch things at the same time. I have thought about it, just play it and just try my best to try and keep up with the dialogue and just accept I'm not going to understand the story because I won't be able to read anything. But had said that, seeing Halloween's coming up, yes, it's been very affectionate right now. I am planning to play the 5th one, because this is not going to be out until like next year, which I imagine is also going to be on other consoles, because I remember when they announced the 5th one, I think it was actually at a Nintendo Direct, but it did come to other consoles, so it wouldn't surprise me if this also did. But I do worry how much of a remake this is. Is it going to be like how most remakes are done, where they just, you know, the graphics looks better, but there's no improvement in gameplay, because that's one of the other issues with remakes these days. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But because I was trying to rack my brains of what I was like in the mood for, like playing for October. Silent Hill F, I'm like, I don't know why, it's just not really grabbing me at the moment. Maybe it's just not in the mood for a psychological horror that's going to fuck me sideways in the mind. Granted, this game can also be kind of psychological at times, so we'll be playing the 5th one for October, because it'll be 10 years since I played it on the Wii U, and I figured, oh, it's been 10 years, it'd be perfect to play and watching this got me in the mood to want to play the 5th one. But at least it's getting attention. It's like I said, it's a franchise that I feel like is very underrated when it comes to horror games. I feel like, because like I said, I didn't play these when these originally came out. I feel like, judging from when they released around the time of like Resident Evil and Silent Hill, and I think because those were at the height of their popularity, these just got like ignored, I guess. But like I said, it's cool they're remaking at least the second one, maybe the first and second one, and maybe the more popular this gets, maybe we might even get a 6th one in the franchise. But yeah, that's pretty neat. What else was there? I mean, there's the Metron Prime 4 date release, which they also showed. There's one thing they did show in this that I said this before, but I'm kind of tired of this. And is this. Why does everything have to be open world? Now, granted, the bike in this looks like it's super fast and super quick, but I'm just tired of everything being open world or open area. Why? Like, it's just like, as long as the spike's fast and it doesn't take too long to get to other areas, I'm fine with that. But it's coming out December. What was it? It was on here somewhere, wasn't it? I mean, look at this. It looks cool, but it's just like, is it going to be tedious? To me, open area and open world stuff just feels like it's there to like pad out the runtime of a game, not actually there for a purposeful reason. I mean, it's also on the Switch One. There we go. Yeah, December 4th. So here's another interesting story about video games. This was actually a franchise that I did want to play when it was when they had that collection that had all 3 games on the Wii. But as many people may or may not know, they made limited copies for that, and trying to get it was like ridiculously expensive. But then eventually they did port into the Wii U, and I did play the first one, but I never finished the second one because I got stuck in a boss fight. That because there was a boss fight where you were like in like a platform stage, and you're in the ball mode, and you're trying to like race against this thing that's trying to attack you. You should jump in to like these ports that do damage to it. And there's one where most of them will have like a wall you can go up against and shoot up, but one had no wall, so you have to angle your joystick very well and have it shoot up. But the problem with maybe it could just be because my Wii nunchuck is very bad. Trying to hold the nunchuck in that position became increasingly frustrating, and I was just like, I'm done. And I was kind of hoping for them to port, or at least do, because they remade the first one, so I was hoping for them to do that for the second and third one. And the more I think about it, if I do end up deciding to play this, I think I'll probably just find like a video that recaps and explains the story of the first 3 games, so I can at least understand this one. Debatable if I will stream it or not. We'll see nearer to the time. But it's cool it's finally getting released. I'll be surprised if they do push it. Because a lot of people were expecting this to come out, be delayed until next year. But now it's December, so that's still this year. Gonna be interesting in December, it's not like it sounds like the first time, because I think even like Xenoblade Chronicles X, the original release for that was December as well, so it's not the first time Nintendo's done that. Anything else that maybe? Ooh, that's interesting. I mean, there was the Pokemon stuff. There was this, which is like very much seems like Animal Crossing meets Pokemon. It's neat, not really. I've never even played an Animal Crossing game. It's neat, but not really my cup of tea. And then there was ZA, which they showed some Mega Evolutions for this. Oh, man. Aha, here we go. Let's see. Because there's the Green Ninja one, and then there's the Chessman, but did I go too far? Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, there. The Delphox one looks kind of sick, though. But even with these sick Mega Evolutions, I don't know. Like, ZA just doesn't. Pokemon games haven't really grabbed me in like a while. Most of them just feel like, That's just me. Like, I've seen gameplay of this, and it's just like, I don't know. It's not even like the change in gameplay. There's just nothing about it that's grabbing me. Nothing that's making me go, man, I want to play this. Like, alright, Digimon. The Digimon game, which we might also stream that as well. What's it? Time Strangers. Now that looks fucking sick. Oh, and then they ended with like the new Fire Emblem game, which I've never played a Fire Emblem game. It's always one of those ones I'm like, maybe I might enjoy it. Maybe this might be the one. This might be the one that gets me in. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, there was a lot, but that's basically just like what piqued my interest of the Nintendo Direct the most, which it's just funny because it's like I've always said when it comes to like a things, because apparently Sony's having one next week. Apparently, that's going to be late at night, so we probably will actually watch and react it to next morning. The reason we didn't do that with this was the fact of like I would have to spend the entire rest of the Friday and the morning staying off social media and everything and trying to avoid spoilers. And I know full well there was no way I was going to do that. I could just see myself going on shorts and immediately being spoiled what was shown. Versus something that's shown late at night, I just have to spend the morning off of that, and that's fine, because we start really early. So if there does end up being a Sony one, we'll react to that on the stream, depending on what day it is, obviously. But yeah, like I said, Saturday when I gave my brief thoughts on it, I think it was a decent one. Like I always go in these with low expectations, not expecting like huge, bigger, mega announcements, because that's the best way of going about it.